Am I, F21, overreacting for what my husband, M22, said to me after giving birth to our baby? 1. F21. Just gave birth vaginally a couple weeks ago. A couple days ago, my husband, M22, and I were casually talking when he bring up our sex life after my 6 weeks postpartum is up. He then tells me that he wonders how it's gonna feel now that I gave birth vaginally. Hence he saw me give birth and saw how it stretched out to be able to push the baby out. Ever since then I no longer look forward to having any sexual intimacy with him. And replaying his words really hurts because I'm already dealing with a lot physically, mentally, and emotional, and that's what he's worried about. I've confronted him about this and he switches up his words and says that he didn't mean I'd be loose, but that he just wonders if it'll feel different. Which to me that makes no sense. Is it my postpartum hormones making me sensitive? Am I just reading too much into it and overthinking? Your husband is an idiot. Saying something like that to a postpartum mom. Because the pain and hormones and sleep deprivation isn't enough. All that said, if he admits being an idiot and saying just about the stupidest thing possible, maybe cut him some slack. It's a normal enough thing to wonder about. But some things just shouldn't be said out loud. Yay, my BF said he had this same thought with his ex-wife. He said he genuinely wondered he was like the baby's head was huge. Hell, my kid weighed 10 pounds. He was like, I honestly figured everything would feel different. He said he was surprised when he did get sex again that it really felt no different than before. He said he was amazed because he was like, when they said they snap back, I couldn't imagine snapping back after Carl's big head came through, but it did. You're not overreacting. That was a thoughtless remark from him. From what I've heard, many women aren't interested in sex for a while after giving birth, even without insulting comments. Not overreacting. It was super insensitive and selfish. Dude seems like he doesn't really understand female anatomy. Tell him that you expect a heartfelt apology and not more excuses. He said what he said. He said what he did. Instead of owning up to his mistake, he is trying to say he didn't mean it and he meant something else. Don't have sex with him if you don't feel like it. Emo. He was a jerk for saying anything to you about that. But also you are going through so much. I have 2 kids. I birthed vaginally too. With hormones, emotions, everything. So you may just be overthinking and reading more into it than he really meant it. Definitely your feelings are fully valid. And he needs to be more sensitive to this time. Also note that it may take a lot longer just to be physically ready for any sexual activities, and it is totally up to you of when you're ready. It took me 8 months to be even remotely ready to try. 11 months had a successful sexual encounter, and 18 months until I enjoyed sex again. After my first was around 6 months after my second to even want to try. And about a year after the second to enjoy sex again. Ask him if he needs a shovel for that hole he keeps digging. Ouch. He's an idiot. Also, you might not be ready at 6 weeks. I wasn't for 4 months. Physically cleared at 9 weeks but wasn't emotionally ready. Turns out for me and my husband, it feels better now than it did before baby. Obviously everyone will have a different experience. Why the hell did he watch? He should have been by your head holding your hand and encouraging you. Postpartum hormones are wild, but your feelings are valid. First, congratulations on having a child. Second, apologies for on behalf of my gender. What an idiot. I don't think he meant harm by it, but he's definitely stupid. We men are pretty dumb, honestly. The shape will never change and is not automatically deformed after giving birth. Some guys and gals don't know that. Also, A woman's vaginally wall is a muscle, so it won't be loose. Anyway, I think it's a stupid throwaway comment us guys tend to make sometimes. Like an errant thought. There are plenty of things that are normal to think about that are also just that, something to think about, not to ask about. Not everything in your head is something to also put in someone else's head. Not overreacting. Next time he's intimate, tell him, "You know what, I'm too loose. Maybe you shouldn't do this since I am." OMG, why are most men so imbecilic, immature and incompetent? Did they not teach this in sex ed, bio ed, etc.? Even so, a quick Google search can explain. If he cared what happens to his wife's body after having his child. This is so sad to me. He's literally thinking about himself. I get he's young, but my goodness. Listen up. Your job right now is to heal and bond with your new family. I'm sorry you have to add this to your plate. Yeah, I wonder if there will be discomfort for ME, who gave birth to our child. So I certainly hope your focus is going to be on my body's needs and pleasure the first time we have postpartum sex, rather than worrying whether your pee-pee is living its best life. I will have no man's child. I don't know about you, but after I gave birth the first time, I wondered if it would ever be the same again. I know it snaps back, but the thought was still there. The timing might not have been right, but it's a genuine concern. I honestly wouldn't be able to have sex with him after that. I will not be watching the birth of my child from below. I know I would faint. I will support my wife from the safety of her chest, head. She also doesn't want to witness it. I guess they can set up mirrors for the mother. I think it's fair of you to respond negatively towards your husband's comment. But don't hold it over his head forever. That's only going to harm your relationship long term. I don't think he meant anything by it other than curiosity. Think about what he saw. Of course he will wonder that. But it doesn't mean anything bad. You might feel the exact same. Or you might be looser now. But if you are, you can get back to how you were, if you want to.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.